don't know what just happened. Seriously.
1 second I'm sitting in my apartment scrolling videos at like 2 in the morning, and the next thing I know, I wake up freezing in the middle of a muddy field surrounded by people speaking a language I've never heard before. Okay, look at this. No, seriously, Dwight, look behind me.
Those are Viking ships. Actual Viking ships.
I think I somehow ended up in the Viking Age.
And before you say, bro, this has to be fake, trust me, one, I W-ish it was fake.
Everything here smells like smoke, wet wood, ocean water, and animals. There are chickens literally walking through the street right now. I'm not joking.
Okay, hold on.
There's this giant guy staring at me from across the village, and I honestly can't tell if he's curious or if he wants to kill me.
Everybody here carries knives. Everybody. Not in a scary movie way either, right? It's just normal here.
This place is completely different from what movies make it look like. Yeah, there are warriors and axes and shields everywhere.
But most of the time,
People are just working, like non-stop. Some guys are repairing fishing nets, women are cooking near open fires, kids are carrying wood around like tiny employees. Nobody here is relaxing. Survival here looks exhausting. Okay, wait till you see these houses. Bro.
these people literally live inside giant wooden huts covered in dirt and grass. The roofs have asexual grass growing on them.
And inside it's dark all the time because there are no windows like we have today.
The only light comes from the fire in the middle of the room. Everybody sleeps together in basically one giant smoky room. Families, dogs, sometimes animals too when it gets cold.
And the smell? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, it's rough. Smoke, sweat, fish, wet clothes, mud.
You realize really fast how spoiled modern life made us. There's no bathroom, no shower, no heating, no soft bed. And somehow these people survive winters here. I'm freezing and it's not even night yet.
Okay, so earlier I followed a group of guys carrying shields down toward the water because I thought they were about to go raid somebody. Turns out they were fixing boats. And these boats are insane. The Vikings crossed entire oceans in these things. No engine, no GPS, no weather app, nothing. Just stars, experience, and pure confidence.
That is absolutely crazy to me.
And the weird part is nobody here seems scared of the ocean. They respect it, sure, but fear it? Not really. The sea is basically their highway. Everything comes from it. Food, trade, raids, money, travel. Without ships, this entire culture doesn't exist. Also, I learned something today that ruined history class for me forever. The horned Viking helmets? Not real.
Yeah, apparently that whole thing came way later.
Real Viking helmets were simple because putting giant horns on your head during combat would actually be incredibly dumb. Imagine trying to fight while getting stuck on everything. Okay, so this next part genuinely surprised me. Most Vikings aren't full-time warriors.
They're farmers, like actual farmers.
They grow crops, raise animals, make tools, fish, trade stuff.
Raiding happened, obviously, but most of daily life here is just people trying to survive another winter.
And honestly, it makes modern life feel weirdly soft.
Like I complained last week because my Wi-Fi stopped working for 10 minutes.
Meanwhile, these people are out here surviving snowstorms with axes and dried fish. Speaking of dried fish, worst mistake of my life. One of the villagers offered me some earlier, and I thought, okay, cool, free food. Bro, I almost cracked my teeth. I don't know what they did to this fish, but it tastes like a piece of salty wood. But everybody eats it because food here isn't about enjoyment, it's survival. That changes everything. Okay, wait, something weird is happening over there.
There's a huge crowd gathering around this wooden platform in the middle of the village.
At first I thought it was some kind of fight, but apparently it's like a public meeting. I found out Vikings had these assemblies called things. Yeah! Weird name. I know! Basically, the whole community gathers while people argue about laws, land, money, disputes, stuff like that. And honestly, it's way more organized than I expected. People can speak publicly. Leaders can get challenged. There are actual legal systems here. I thought Viking society would just be chaos 24/7, but it's not. It's brutal, yeah, but it's also structured. Still though, violence feels eerily close all the time here. Everybody has scars. Everybody has weapons. And you can tell people are always ready for something bad to happen. Because honestly, life here is dangerous. The ocean can kill you, winter can kill you, infection can kill you, animals can kill you, other Vikings can definitely kill you.
You feel that reality constantly. And I think that's why honor matters so much here.
Your reputation is basically survival. If people think you're weak or useless or dishonest, that becomes a problem fast. But you know what's crazy? These people aren't miserable.
At night, everybody gathers around the fire telling stories. And when I say stories, I mean S-T-O-R-Y-S.
Gods, monsters, sea serpents, magic, battles, revenge, Thor, Odin, Loki. Hearing this stuff in an actual Viking village beside a fire at night feels unreal. Like Marvel completely prepared me for this moment. Except here, people genuinely believe these gods are real. And honestly, sitting there listening to them while the wind...
Okay, I need to show you this blacksmith. This dude has been hammering metal for hours. The sparks flying everywhere, the heat, the sound. Ugh, it feels like standing next to a volcano.
And blacksmiths here are insanely important because iron basically equals survival. Axes, knives, tools, weapons.
Okay, so the sun's starting to go down now, and this village becomes terrifying at night. Like, genuinely terrifying.
No streetlights. No electricity. Nothing.
Once the fires dim down, everything outside turns completely black. Not city dark. R-E-E-L dark.
And beyond the village is just freezing forest.
I'm not gonna lie. This is probably the most vulnerable I've ever felt in my life. Because if something bad happens here, that's it. There's no hospital, no police, no ambulance. You survive on your own. or you don't survive.
And honestly, I think that's the biggest thing I've learned being here.
The Viking Age wasn't brutal because people enjoyed violence. It was brutal because survival demanded it.
Modern life protects us from nature. These people fight nature every single day. The cold, the ocean, starvation, disease, war.
Everything here feels temporary. And somehow, they still laugh. They still joke around. They still fall in love.
They still dream about becoming remembered after death. That part feels weirdly human.
Before this happened, Vikings almost felt fictional to me. Like characters from games or movies.
But standing here now, they feel real. Not monsters. Not superheroes.
Just people trying to survive in one of the harshest worlds imaginable.
Okay, hold on. Someone's calling me inside before it gets darker. Honestly, probably a good idea.
I still have no idea what's out there in those woods.
History wasn't clean. It wasn't polished. It wasn't aesthetic.
It was cold, loud, violent, confusing, and real.
And right now, I'm pretty sure I'm stuck in it.